Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akali, and this video is on the prophecies of Yahweh Shemishai. Alright, so here we have it, an article from the Economic Times. Beyond anything, Trump warns of big monster nuclear weapons that pose the greatest threat to US. Now, I've taken notice that President Trump has been talking a lot about war and warlike situations. He has also recently spoken about Iran and their nuclear situation. And then you have the whole situation with Russia and the situation with Ukraine and the whole defense spending and all of that. And then you have other nations talking about war as well, which, you know, the scriptures say in Matthew chapter 24 that you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And it also says that nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So regarding Bible prophecy, looking at current events and filtering it through the scriptures, it is, or it could rather be said, that we are in that time of Matthew 24, where we will also see earthquakes and pestilences and famines, and these are the beginning of sorrows. So let's just read some more about this. The US President Donald Trump said he thinks nuclear weapons are more dangerous threat than the climate crisis. Trump spoke of the dangers of nuclear stockpiles around the world and lamented the huge amount of money spent on maintaining the big monsters that could cause the end of the world. And these missiles, they will bring about the end of the world, but not the end of the world as it is taught in this world. No, it's not like a nuclear destruction of like how they envision it, where no one will exist anymore and all that kind of stuff. No, the nuclear destruction that is coming is going to be the nuclear destruction that destroys America, which is known as Mystery Babylon the Great in Revelation chapter 17. America is going to be destroyed. In the same Revelation chapter 17, it talks about that eighth beast and that it goes into perdition, and that eighth beast is America. And it is going to go into perdition. America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. And the end of the world will come, meaning the end of an age, the end of a period of time, which is the end of the rulership of the Edomites. So this war that is coming, World War III, which it says in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14, the second woe is past, which is World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, which is World War III. World War III is going to come, and at the end of World War III, America's enemies as well as her allies are going to shoot missiles towards her and destroy her. This is what is coming. So it says, he said the US and Russia have by far the most warheads. Oh, I lost my train of thoughts a little bit, Salakio. So America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. And when America is destroyed by thermonuclear fire, it will be the end of your world, right? And the beginning of ours. As the scriptures say, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And the Israelites were given the promise of eternal dominion and rulership, the ultimate blessing from Yahweh Shemishai. So for those of us that believe sincerely in Yahweh Shemishai, we look forward to the end of the world, which is the end of the age of the rulership of the Edomites ruling, who are these so-called white people. All right, so he said the US and Russia have by far the most warheads, but admitted that China could catch up before the end of the decade. US President Donald Trump has downplayed the threat of climate change and said monster nukes from the United States and Russia pose the biggest threat to Armageddon. And so they bring up Armageddon. Why would they bring up Armageddon? Where did they get Armageddon from? The scriptures, of course. Everything starts from the scriptures. So in Revelation chapter 16 and verse 16, it says, "And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon." So Yahweh Shemishai is going to be gathering the heathen together in one place. And that place is called Armageddon, which that place is going to be over there in the so-called Middle East, which is also known as Western Asia. All right. So it says, President Trump has warned that monster nuclear weapons are the biggest threat to humanity and could easily end the world tomorrow. Well, they are the biggest threat to you, not unto the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, because these missiles, man, were created for a purpose, and they were created for the purpose to destroy America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great. Isaiah 54 and verse 16 says, "Behold, I have created the smith that cloth Salakia. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy." So Yahweh Shemishai created these ICBM missiles that bring about thermonuclear destruction intentionally. Yahweh Shemishai gave the wisdom and knowledge to the Edomites to be able to develop this very dangerous technology, and they were developed with the ultimate purpose to destroy their kingdom, right? So where in that time leading up to it, the commander-in-chief gave the grim warning as he lamented the dangers of stockpiling nukes amid his push to kickstart arms control talks with Russia and China again. And of course, anything that Trump does attempting to stop any kind of war or stop any kind of development of the ICBM missiles are not going to work, because Bible prophecy states that these things will occur. The ICBM missiles will be shot from America's enemies towards her and destroy her. So they are going to have ICBM missiles within their arsenal. It will happen, regardless of Trump's efforts. So Trump's efforts are all futile. Trump warns about nuclear weapons. Donald Trump has hit out at climate lunatics, saying the world should be more concerned about the dangers of nuclear weapons than climate change. In an interview with Fox News on Sunday, Trump said the country's greatest threat was nuclear weapons that are big monsters. Trump went on to lament the amount of money the United States, which has the second largest stockpile of nukes in the world behind Russia, has spent on its nuclear weapon program. Okay, so he be talking about all of this war and the weapons and everything, man. And, you know, it is what it is. We spend a lot of money on nuclear weapons. The level of destruction is beyond anything you can imagine. It's true. And the scriptures say in, I believe it's Revelation chapter 9, it says 200,000, which is 200 million missiles are going to be hitting America and destroy America. That's what the scriptures say, and it will come to pass. It is going to happen, without a doubt. Okay? It's all set in motion as well. When you look at what's going on in the world and filtering it through Bible prophecy, you can see how everything is building up, heading towards the manifestation of these prophecies. Okay? So America's going to be destroyed, man, and Revelation chapter 17 lets us know that America is going to be destroyed by fire. Revelation chapter 18 lets us know as well that America is going to be destroyed. And since the scripture is talking about, the article is talking about the Russians, let's bring on what the scriptures say regarding the Russians. In Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 11, it says, "Make bright the arrows." What are these arrows? The ICBM missiles. "Gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, referring to the Russians here, for his devices against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it, because this is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple." So Russia is going to be shooting missiles at America and destroy America, right? There's another one in Isaiah 13, and Isaiah 13 talks about the destruction of America. Isaiah 13 and verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes, which are the Russians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, which is a miracle, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh Shemishai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So America is going to be destroyed the same way that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, which was by way of, fire. And so it's going to be the ultimate destruction. America is going to be completely wiped out, man. In Second Esdras, I believe it might be Second Esdras 15 and verse 41. It says, fire and hail and flying swords. I'll start at verse 40. The great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place an horrible star, fire and hail and flying swords, and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters, and they shall break down the cities and walls. So the flying swords, this horrible star, it's talking about those missiles, man, because when you look up, the missile from the distance, from far up in the sky, it will look like a star. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and grass of the meadows, and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, which is a miracle, and make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. Right? So America is going to be utterly destroyed, man, by thermonuclear fire. And this right here, where it says that they shall bewail her, goes hand in hand with the scriptures in Revelation chapter 18, where these other countries are going to shoot at America, the missiles, and destroy her, but they're going to also be in a certain mood where they're going to be, let me get it real quick. Right, in Revelation chapter 18 and verse 15, it says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, those that have benefited from America and, have lived lavishly because of it, were made rich by her, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Right? So that's it, man. America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and it looks like, the Lord has a certain spirit on Trump to keep talking about war and nuclear missiles, and also technology developments, which the technology developments is all talking about leading towards that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, so with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashar Makal Kodesh, Shalom.